All right, so we've got the battery box off on the left side. This is the rock shaft return line, which is where we want to put that new big T fitting and the 90 degree, and hopefully we can get the hose to route back down this way, or even possibly up and around that way. But anyway, we've got to get this line off of here. I don't know that we'll have to pull it off the top. I hope not. This is 1 1/4 inch. I had to go buy special wrenches just to work on my tractor. It's a little tight, so we're going to try and break it free here without breaking the line, because that would suck. And you see the lines moving with it, which we don't want. We don't want that at all, because it could snap the line. There it goes. Now I'm going to get my drip pan. I have a feeling hydraulic fluid's going to go everywhere. We'll find out. Keep pulling this off here. And I'm going to get one of my buckets. Obviously anything that goes into this I can't reuse. I had to paint in it one time. Hey look, a 5-gallon bucket might actually work under there. Oh, that's not good. My window's gonna, back truck window's gonna come crashing down in a second. It's really windy today. Alright, so once I get this off, I'll come back. Kind of hard to do with a hat on. So bear with me a few minutes. I'll get this off, and then we'll pull this off and go from there. Thanks again. You know, if we're not supposed to have to rain today, it sure looks like. Anyway, so we got it broke free here and here. It's actually loose on top too. It's not actually the part I wanted it to be loose at, but we'll fix that. That sucks. Alright, so we're gonna have to, you see fluids coming out. I don't know how much is going to come out, but we're gonna let it drain. That's going to be fun. Very, very fun to get to. May have to pull off this plate here, which will allow me to take out this whole battery cable anyway. So I did find out we are going to have to remove the rear filter cover, because obviously this will not spin with this in place. So we're going to go ahead and remove the rear filter cover. We probably should have just drained it anyway, but we're learning as we go. So well, we got to get this off in order to put the new fitting on. So we'll be back in a few minutes. Once we get the filter cover off, we just pull this bolt off here, and then we'll spin that sucker out, clean it up a little bit, and hopefully put the new fitting on. All right. I don't know how much more I'm going to video of this, just because I am getting very oily. But there is the new fitting in on this side. You see it's a T fitting. Goes into the block there, and then this one is either going to go this way or this way, depending on how we route the hose. I do have another fitting to go onto here, and we have to make sure that we clear the battery box. So I'm going to put the battery box in here in a minute and check and make sure we clear. But see, I did have to pull off the filter cover. We have lost about 1 gallon of hydraulic fluid this way, and it's still coming out. So now we have to see if the battery box is going to fit in there, and I'm trying not to get my GoPro all oily. I don't have any help, so it may take a little while this way, but I think that's on there good and tight. We fixed the top, tightened that back up, tightened up the hose. Now we have to try and route the hose. So I'm going to find the best way to route the existing hose, and then we can go from there. For the time being, just because I don't want, it's so windy, I don't want dirt and stuff in here, I'm going to pop that filter cover back on. Right now the main thing is I'm questioning the weather. It's not supposed to rain today. It's supposed to be partly cloudy, but it's really looking like rain. The leaves are turning inside out. I just don't trust it, so I want to get this thing back together as soon as possible. Just to give you an idea again, we have to figure out where to route the wires. We are going to have to pull these off and put thread tape on them. No big deal. We'll do that here in a second. Or wires is the wrong word. We need to route the hose. So I can go up and go over the top of this, or I can go down and go underneath somewhere. Looking underneath, not a whole lot of option where to route it. I really didn't want it on the bottom, just because what if you hit something or something along those lines, then you can mess up your hydraulic line. We don't want it near this because of course that's the center PTO. We don't want it to interfere with the hydraulic cover filters. We don't want it to get in the way. So I think the best option is going to be to route it around back for now until I turn this into steel pipe like this. Eventually I will, because less maintenance on the hoses. So I think we're going to either go up over the top of that. We got to stay away from any moving parts. This moves, goes up and down. And then let's see, this can move, so we don't want it there. For now, if this goes all the way up, just trying to find the best way to route it, which I don't know which way yet. I'm starting to think we need to go up and over, come down and go under here, and then basically come back the same way like those are, going back over there. Not real sure, but hopefully we can use the same hoses we already have and go over there. Maybe not, we might have to go get more hose again, but I'm gonna find out the best way to run the hose, and then I'll come back and we'll install it. Thanks again. Alright, so I'm back at the tractor. I told you I'd tell you how I routed it after another trip to the store to pick up another brand new hose because I couldn't get the end off of the other hose. We have this. So we've got a brand new hose running down. It goes underneath. We're going to tie that up and it goes to the other side. And I'll show you the other side in a minute. So we've got a brand new fitting here. Goes all the way down. Goes under where you saw it. And comes over here. And I went ahead and put the battery box back in so you can kind of see that it's kind of in the way. But it works. So you see it comes up right there. It's out of the way of the filter cover. And it comes around and plugs in right there.